Online teaching has evolved a lot since its infancy, and with the evolution comes some defunct online teaching platforms. So let's talk about 3 of them today. Hey there, it's Allison from OnlineTeacherAllison.com, where stay-at-home parents learn how to teach online so they can earn an income from home. Hey there, and welcome to another episode of Cold Coffee Chats, where the coffee is cold, not on purpose, but because of kids. And today I wanted to talk about some defunct online teaching platforms that you may hear about as you're doing your research for when you're deciding where you want to teach. When you are ready to get started, head on over and grab your free download to get matched to a platform for you. No defunct ones on there, I promise. You can grab your free download. It's a 1-page PDF at OnlineTeacherAllison.com/platform. It's also linked down below for you. So I have been teaching online since 2019, but online teaching has been around obviously much longer than that. I think VIP Kids started in 2014, and they say they're the pioneers, but I'm pretty sure there's platforms that have been around longer than them. So here's 3 defunct platforms that I've either worked for or heard of in my time as an online teacher. The first one, this one was hugely popular, and I'll tell you why it's defunct in a minute. I actually worked for them. It was not my favorite platform. It's GoGoKid. You've probably heard about them. They had the same kind of model as VIP Kid, where their clientele was primarily students living in China wanting to learn English from native English speakers. So we logged in from our homes and we taught the lesson. GoGoKid provided the lesson. They provided the platform. We're in, we're out, we're good. It was wildly popular. I didn't like it because I didn't love the curriculum. I didn't feel like it was meaty enough. I felt like I had to, move my screen here. I felt like I had to fill it and extend way more than I wanted to do first thing in the morning. I'm fine extending, but I don't want to have to extend for half the lesson time. So I didn't open slots with GoGoKid very often. When I was getting started, I would fill my VIP Kid slots with it, and then it got really hairy because VIP Kid slots are 25 minutes, but GoGoKids were 30. So trying to go back and forth, it got a little stressful. So GoGoKid closed their doors in 2021 because of the Chinese double reduction policy, which basically said that, if you've heard me talk about it before, students can't take classes after a certain time of the night. They couldn't take weekend classes. They couldn't take classes over the holidays. They couldn't take classes, here's the kicker, from for-profit organizations like GoGoKid was. And they couldn't do it with, like, us, American teachers who hadn't been vetted by the Chinese government. So instead of trying to find new footing or trying to make their way through the double reduction policy, they just closed their doors. And the way they did that was very dramatic. Teachers got emails like the night before or the day of saying, hey, we're done. So they didn't even get a chance to say goodbye to their students. So there was a lot of drama there. I was not regularly opening slots. I don't even think I got the email. They probably realized I was done. So the first one is GoGoKid. If you've heard of it, it's because it was wildly popular. And they didn't close their doors because of anything they did, but because of the new policies put in place by the Chinese government. The second defunct online teaching platform that you may or may not have heard of is called MagicEars. Now, I never worked for MagicEars because they had 1 to a few. So I don't really know the exact number, but they were small group classes. At the time, I was really wanting to teach one-on-one. I wasn't really willing to dip my toe into the small group online world. So I never worked for them. But from my understanding, it was the same sort of thing. You logged in, you did the lesson, you had 3, 4, 5 students, and then you left. Now, MagicEars, their clientele was also students living in China. So why do you think they closed their doors? Same thing, the double reduction policy. So they were hit with the same restrictions that GoGoKid was, the same restrictions that VIP Kid was. And, you know, there's more companies out there, but those were the big ones. So they also closed their doors. I'm trying to remember what I heard about at the time, but I think they closed their doors first. It's very possible that I'm switching it with GoGoKid, but One company closed their doors like at the very beginning. As soon as it was announced, there was like a grace period so people could wrap up. And one waited through the grace period. So I'm pretty sure MagicEars went first, but I could be very wrong on that. But anyways, it doesn't even matter because I haven't heard of a comeback from GoGoKid or MagicEars, and doors are still shut. So to compare that with VIP Kid, who also has mainly clients as young children living in China, VIP Kid is kind of making a comeback. So I've been opening slots this month because we're trying to pay off some bills and buy some baby stuff before baby gets here in just a couple weeks. And I've actually been getting some bookings. Am I fully booked? No. I'm probably about 50% booked. But I've only been opening slots. I think this is my 3rd week. So I haven't been opening them for a long time or consistently. I am done in a couple of weeks when baby comes for the time being until I feel a little more human again. And I'm about 50% booked on VIP Kid. To compare that to about 6 months ago when I was opening slots and I wasn't even 50% booked. I might get 1 or 2 classes the whole week that I opened up. And also on the online spaces, there's lots of teachers who are seeing an uptick in bookings, and there's some that are also seeing a downward trend. And there's some explanations for that is there's more teachers like me hearing that there's more bookings, so we're coming back. So obviously, you have to spread the thin numbers of students among more teachers. So supply and demand, if I was a teacher getting fully booked and I'm suddenly seeing fewer bookings, it's probably because I'm sharing those bookings with those teachers that are coming back. And it's not quite equal yet. We have more teachers than we have students, and more teachers are coming back. And just the rate of students coming back is much slower. I don't know what's happening in China. I don't know if they have made exceptions or if they have changed their policy or if it's just not policed as much so that students and their families feel more comfortable signing them up, or if it's because they found loopholes. Back when it first started, they had a couple loopholes. They were signing up under adult classes because the double reduction policy didn't apply to adults, or they were using VPNs, so they weren't in China when they were taking the classes. There's some ways they were finding their ways around it, so I don't know if those have just become more popular. I don't know what's going on, but VIP Kid did not shut their doors, and they decided to find new footing. It did take time. It's still not perfect, but they have seen students coming back, so I don't know. The third defunct online teaching platform isn't even an ESL platform, and I'm pretty sure it was American-based if I remember correctly, is Butterfly English. So remember there was that huge boom of OutSchool in 2020 when everyone was home? Well, the founders of Butterfly English noticed, and they decided to create their own platform. So they kind of became competitors with OutSchool because OutSchool was popping, and I worked on OutSchool. It was kind of hard to get your footing. There were a lot of reasons for that. So Butterfly English came in, and what was really cool about it was they had topics that you could create videos on. So for example, I was looking for the Facebook group today that used to be there, and I think it's been deleted. I don't see it anywhere. So like one of them was like how to go to a post office. Sorry, I'm supposed to be starting class, but it got canceled today. So what I would do is I would film myself, taking my stuff to the post office and how to weigh it and how they weigh it and how you pay them and how you, address the package. I could be doing all these things as a video, and then I edit it and I send it into Butterfly, and they pay me for my edited video. So they had kind of a scale. I think if you subtitled it, you got a better pay. I think if you did certain things, you got a better pay. Now, I did not submit much, if anything, to Butterfly because the thought of filming myself in public is really cringy to me. Like, I know people do it, but I can't. I'm in my closet. So I never did it. But Butterfly was hugely popular. Like, they were making a name for themselves. And the last thing I remember was that they were creating this subscription. Now, I don't know how students normally paid for their Butterfly lessons. I don't know if they paid per video or if they like had a lump sum and they got so many video lessons from the teacher. I don't really know how the students paid, but I remember they were creating this subscription, and one teacher had so much faith in them that she decided that she was going to be their first subscription paying customer, which was really cool. They like gave her a shout out and they're like, hey, thanks. And then I heard nothing from Butterfly English for a while, and they fell off my radar because I wasn't very active. I was very active on VIP Kid and cringy. And when I decided to look one day, months later, there was nothing. I hadn't gotten emails. The Facebook group hadn't been updated. It was just crickets. I have no idea what happened to Butterfly. Maybe they ran out of money. I don't know. That's just me guessing. But they're gone. Like, I never got a closeout email from them like people got from GoGoKid and MagicEars just one day. They were gone. And I'm pretty sure they're an American-based company, so they were not hit with the double reduction policy. Now, this was years ago, so my facts could be kind of wrong on some of these things, but the fact of the matter is those are 3 defunct online teaching platforms that no longer exist. Now, if you're on YouTube researching online teaching platforms to work for, there are still so many videos, especially about GoGoKid and MagicEars, that you're probably going to see. Now, does that mean there's not good stuff on there in their videos? No, they could have some great recommendations and some great strategies that they're teaching you, but the platform that they are probably trying to get a referral bonus for is gone. So, for instance, VIP Kid, I get a referral bonus for everyone that's hired and teaches at least one class on the platform. Do I get any more than that? No, it's a one-time bonus. At least that was the way it was back in the day. So they are probably trying to get a referral bonus too for getting you employed on their platform. Don't bother looking, don't bother applying because it's probably not there. But they probably do have some good ideas, some good online teaching strategies that you can model, you can emulate, you can tweak to fit for yourself that will make you a better online teacher. So just know when you're searching through YouTube that they're not around anymore. Those 3 platforms, GoGoKid, MagicEars, and Butterfly English. If you have heard of any defunct platforms that I didn't mention, feel free to leave them down below. Let me know if you've taught for any of them, and feel free to let me know if I got any of my facts wrong, because it was kind of hard to research this because they're all gone. Even the Facebook groups are gone, or I've left them. So let me know. I hope you're having the greatest week ever. If you are ready to get started with more strategies, I do have a couple of things in the works. I will not be releasing them before baby comes. It was the plan to, but baby's coming early. So I have no time to do my live challenge or my workshop. But my live challenge is free. The goal is to help you create your online teaching platform, your online teaching profile, so that when you do get accepted onto a platform, or if you decide to go independent, you have stuff ready to go, like your intro video or your profile picture, which I talk about a little here, but I go more in depth into it, or like your intro statement and your teaching strategies. So we're going into all of that. It's about a week. You can sign up for the waitlist. You'll be the first to know when it drops. And that's the first thing I plan on doing when I feel human after childbirth. You can put your name on the waitlist at onlineteacherallison.com/challenge, also linked below. And I also have a live workshop. It teaches you 5 online teaching strategies. I have these 5, but these 5 are different that will help you get hired as an online ESL teacher. It's not free, but it has live teaching clips from like me using these teaching strategies. You get a live session with me. You get Q&A at the end. You get a workbook. It's like $12. Okay, I'm not asking a lot. So you can sign up for that wait list to be notified when it goes live again after I have my baby at onlineteacherallison.com/get hired. Also linked. I hope you're having the greatest week ever, and we'll chat soon. Bye.